So as you feel yourself now in this time and in this place, I want you to tell me the very first things that you see or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you.
I feel I'm on the ship, like a spaceship. A lot of screens and buttons. There's somebody with me.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe me this? Who is that, this being?
I can't see the face.
That's okay. Just describe me the best you can. How do you perceive this presence?
Tall, uniform, something golden on there too.
You see a golden uniform?
Blue uniform with some golden cravings or emblem, or on the left part, close to the left shoulder, the left part of the chest, there is something golden in the blue. I cannot see it, like symbol or emblem.
The more you will describe it, the more clear it will become. So how does it appear to you right now? What could you tell me about this symbol, this emblem?
Star.
A star. Wonderful. How many points do you see on the star?
5.
5. Very good. And have a look now what the rest of the being. Does it have a physical body?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde hair to the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He's smiling at me.
Do you feel a male or female energy? Male. Wonderful. What color is the skin?
Pale. Very pale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But beautiful blue eyes.
What shape are the eyes?
Like a human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is this being wearing anything on its body?
Like this blue suit or uniform. That's all.
Excellent. And I want you now to have a look at yourself. Look at your feet. What do you see? Do you have feet? And if so, how do they appear?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell me.
I wore a uniform. But not blue. Gray one.
Gray. Okay. Have a look at your hands. What color is your skin?
Pale, the same as he is.
The same. Wonderful. How many fingers do you see?
4.
4.
3
Long?
fingers and a thumb.
3.
No, short. Yeah, 3 shorter than the human ones.
Excellent. I want you to have a look at your head. Do you see any hair on your head?
Yeah. I'm also blonde. And I haven't. It looks like crystal on my third eye.
Tell me about this crystal. What color does it appear?
Blue.
Blue?
Deep blue, yes. Deep blue.
Blue.
Deep blue. Wisdom.
It's wisdom?
It's wisdom. It connects me to the wisdom and knowledge.
Tell me more about that. Is it part of your body?
Yeah, I think so.
And what shape is it?
Pointed on 4 sides, like bottom and and up and little, not the whites to the sides, or between the eyebrows, but it's quite longer than wider and pointed on the four sides.
Wonderful, thank you. So you and this being are now inside the ship, you say?
Yeah. There is a table in the middle.
Tell me about it.
There's a table in the middle. It's kind of like it's moving up, or it can just disappear. Like it just goes to the floor, and you can walk. And a lot of screens. It's circle room. But there's nobody else, only two of us.
There are screens, you say?
Yes.
Have a look at the screens. What do you see in the screen on the screens?
Stars.
Stars.
Stars, like outside in the space. When you from the Earth look on the sky heaven, that's what you can see.
And are there many screens all around? Or?
Yes, it's like in U form, like not like all around the circle, but like in the wide U. And then there is a small part which doesn't have a screen and you cannot see.
Okay, so as you are now next to this being, tell me what is happening. Is there any communication between the two of you?
He's only smiling.
What is your connection to this being? How do you feel about him?
I think we are doing this for a long time together. But I don't know what that is. I just feel that we know each other for such a long time.
So you feel very connected with him?
Yes, but not in the romantic way. In a way, it's kind of the closeness, the understanding that you just know each other and you do support each other. The unity is most probably the right word. Yeah. And he's smiling and he says, "Yeah, so you're back." That's what he says.
That's what he says. You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
How do you respond?
Yeah, finally. Finally.
So you're happy to be there now?
Yeah. And then, it's the feeling of that the earth was meant to be for the evolution, for the higher good. I'm happy to be back here.
So what happens next?
We walk outside of the room, and there are others. There are others, and they just asked me how it was. That's so like how it was, and they are laughing. They are laughing like it was a real treat, right?
That's what they say.
Yeah, it was a real treat. Like they know everything what has been happening in my life on Earth. They know everything. Yeah, and they are laughing. They're so joyful, so joyful.
I guess they're also happy that you're there now, right?
Yes, they are. They are happy to see me. It's like it was missing puzzle in some way. But I don't understand the meaning of that. That's just what I'm getting. It was like I was the piece of puzzle which was missing. That was I was the piece of puzzle that was missing for them also to move on.
To move on? Ask them, what do they mean by that? Moving on, where? In what way?
On other mission, they say. But they said that they will be there for me until I return, so they will not leave me behind.
Return from where?
Completely return from Earth. So once the puzzle is completed and they understand also more the density of Earth, I return and then we will together move on.
So there is another aspect of you that is now on planet Earth?
Yes, yes, yes.
Tell me about this. What is the other aspect of you, the being that we know as Martina? What is she doing there? Why did she go on Earth?
There are more reasons. One of them is for them to also experience through the, the time on Earth. That is one reason, and for them to understand the emotional aspect and the feeling of being alone, kind of like not connected in a
Mm-hmm.
way, because they are just connected all the time together with everything, and on Earth it's not that way. That was one thing, and the other thing is the time of the Earth itself, the change of awareness on Earth. That was the second part, but it was not a voluntary mission, so to say.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
There was they were asked to come by as a mutual agreement or a mutual mission across the universe to be on Earth or to help Earth. That's right, to help Earth.
I'm curious about what you just said. We say it was a mutual decision and project collaboration between between your family, I guess, your group, and who else?
There are a lot of them coming together, a lot of them coming to Earth, a lot of galactics, a lot of communities, which people cannot even understand how many they are, how many they are. And there was the agreement to change the density of Earth for one and all, for one and all,
Mm.
to enable the universe to evolve too. It would never be possible if the humans were left alone. It would never be possible, and there was help needed. And so there are a lot of them connected together, a lot of them connected together to come on Earth to help during this period of time.
When you say all, you mean different groups, different races?
Yes, different groups and different races, different parts of the universe,
Mm.
different dimensions, different worlds.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So from the, the perspective that you are speaking now, that a part of you was sent as Martina on Earth. I wonder why were you chosen to go down there and not someone else from your group? What information can you get on that?
I'm somehow different than the others.
Mm.
The same but yet different. With a crystal there is something
Mm.
like I am a leader or even leader most probably is not the right word because always same, but in a way that I would make it through. That
Mm.
I was the one to make it through till the end and not give up.
So the others, at least the ones that are present now, none of them has this crystal. It's only you.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So what is your role within this group? Connect with that being that you are now in this place. What do you feel is your role there? How are you connected to the situation there? You can also add also connect with the beings with the group there telepathically, and they can transfer you the information if you want. That's absolutely fine. So what do they say?
I am the wise one, the smart one. The, I know more than they do, they say. That's why.
Ask them to tell you a little bit more about that. Why do they say that? In what way you know more?
I feel like my origin is different to them. Like I come from, I don't know, it's just, they look up to me in some way, if I should use the human words. Like they look up to me with admiring me for my awareness and my knowledge, which I have throughout the time. That's what I feel like they admire me for the knowledge and for the wisdom I carry within. That is it. That's what they say. That's what I see. Like it's not that they put me from the egoistic perspective, it's just from them to be also learning. That is it. Okay, that is it. For them also to be learning from me, since I am the wise one or the more knowledgeable one.
Very good. Can you ask them to tell us a little bit more about your group?
They are laughing that I've forgotten.
It's okay. They can just remind you.
Arcturian, they say.
Okay. And from the perspective you are speaking now, are you on the Arcturian star system, or you are outside of the Arcturian?
We are outside. We are close to the earth.
So you are on a ship, on a mothership?
Yeah. It's not a mothership, it's just a smaller one. The mothership is bigger one, this is smaller one. But we are not in the star system, we are outside.
Are you stationed outside the Earth, or are you traveling?
We are stationed outside the Earth.
Okay. And how many beings are currently on that ship that you are now?
10.
Okay, so it's a rather small ship. And what is the reason? Why are you stationed on that ship, on this ship?
That is the mission to the Earth. That's the first thing. Yeah, that's the only thing actually. The mission to the Earth. To help and be along with the others. There are a lot of them.
Where are the others?
It's just above the Earth.
Okay,
Some people can see them.
There are other ships from Arcturus or other races?
Both. Arcturians, also other races.
So you are in contact with many other races?
It's a joint mission, so to say.
I see. And tell me a little bit more about that. So there's this ship that is stationed outside the Earth. And what is the reason? How are you able to help?
Not yet, but we are just prepared in case it would be needed to help. For now, we do not need to intervene. We are just waiting in case it would be required for us to come down or to be visible or to interfere. Not interfere in a negative way, but just to help if it's needed.
So at the moment you are observing, you are standby, so to say.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay. And what would be a case of needing to intervene? In what case would you be allowed to intervene?
To eliminate the darkness. The darkness is not going to win in this world. It's not going to win. It just starts to, or it's trying to hold on the last possibilities to stay on Earth, but it's not going to be allowed. And so if there will be any attempts to harm the Earth, we will intervene. We will not allow that this is happening.
You have the right to do so? You have the permission to do so?
We will do not only us, but there are more. We will get connected, but we will wait for the permission. We do not have the permission on our own. We will not decide on our own. We will wait on the permission.
From whom? From whom are you getting orders? Who is in a higher position to take this kind of decisions?
There is Council of Light, I'm hearing, who is overseeing everything. for everybody on this mission, and will give instructions if needed. We will not intervene on Earth on our own will by any means.
But you can send some of your some people from your group, as you have done with Martina now, to embody a human form.
And we have sent a lot of people to be incarnated. Not people. We have sent a lot of us, and so did other galactic communities. So, and it's also known on the Earth that there are a lot of Arcturians and Pleiadians and Andromedans and Lyrans. There are a lot of them on this particular time. And if needed for more, we will send more.
Wonderful. So what is Martina's mission at this time? What was the main reason that she was sent to Earth to have this human experience?
It is partially also for us to understand the Earth better, but she was not really keen on going down.
Yeah, it's not so easy, right?
We see that she is having struggles. We see that all, and we are all the time with her, all the time.
That was my next question. So you are monitoring her, you are connected with her?
We are helping her, we are protecting her, we are guiding her, and she's listening. She learns to listen. She learned to listen.
She's listening? She's able to hear you now?
Well, it's not more than hearing. It's the thoughts which she's getting. When we communicate telepathically with her, it's the thoughts which are flowing in. That's the way how we are communicating, because it's only fractal incarnated on Earth. It's not entire being. Okay,
so she's able to have connection, instant connection with you.
Yes.
Okay. Is the Arcturus race her star origin?
Yes.
What more could you tell her about that? What more would you like to share to her about her connection to this race? You can go ahead and share with her whatever it is that she needs to know.
She knows all that she needs to know. She just doesn't believe it.
She does?
She knows? Does not. She does not believe the knowledge she carries. She does not believe she has all the knowledge which she needs to have.
And why is she doubting? Why she doesn't believe? What is blocking her?
She never met somebody like her who would be having the same knowledge or vibration as, well, vibration is not the right word.
Yes.
The origin. She's never met somebody with the same origin and with the same knowledge. And so she sees like, I'm a human. It's difficult to put it in the words that it's most probably part of the human experience, and that she was never able to see it in somebody else as well. But it's also a learning which she needs to learn. Do not look into the somebody else when all is within. All is within.
I would like to ask you if you would like to go ahead and give her more information and some answers that she has, some questions that she has. Would you be willing? Are you the appropriate energy to bring through this information and these answers to her, or should we call in her what we call the higher self?
Please call her higher self.
Okay. Is there anything more that you would like to share with her now from that perspective, or should we proceed? Or is there something more that you would like to show to her today?
We want to tell her that we are with her all the time. She doesn't see us, but she feels us. We are with her all the time. We would like her to have a joyful life, but that's something which she needs to do herself in the human form. That's all we want to tell her.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for this information. I believe she needed to hear that. So at this moment, I would like to call in the life force energy of Martina. I would like to ask for this energy for her higher self to come in and speak through her. Do we have permission to do that? Do we have permission to connect to her higher self?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Martina just had this experience and this connection with her family, with the Arcturians. Why did you show her that?
She was asking.
Mm.
She was asking. So we took her.
Wonderful. So can you tell her why it is important for her to know this at this time?
She knows she's not from Earth. We have told her last time during this kind of session.
Mm.
So she knows. She didn't know where she's from, even though it's not important. There's always one. But for her, and we understand the human perspective and the feelings and the emotions and the loneliness of human beings. And we also understand the limitation which kind of incarnation brings. And so to enable the labeling we would use, we decided to take her where she comes from.
Wonderful. Would you like to talk to her then a little bit about the light language that is coming through? What is the origin?
That is the language of ascended masters. There is no planet connected to that or the star system as she thought.
Mm-hmm.
That is the language of light, but not connected to any planetary or solar or star system. It's the language of ascended masters, the same which you would call in your terms Jesus. That's what she's speaking. There is no reason in particular she wanted to, so she did it. It's good that she can speak that because it changes the frequency and vibration all around. She's realizing it now, as she told you about the sun.
Yes.
But there is no really reason. It's good that she speaks it. She wants it. And she did it.
Mm.
That's all.
Mm.
It's good that she enjoys that. And she speaks it in the forest, in the nature, with the animals. And it's all good.
What is the purpose of this light language? Or the function or the effect it has?
It's a heart language, can be said as well,
Mm.
in your terms. It's when your heart talks to your heart. That's all which needs. You don't understand it consciously. She doesn't understand what she's saying. She doesn't understand the meaning of that. Yet she feels the expansion of the heart, as you would call heart chakra in your terms. And that is the communication from heart to heart. That's what she's doing. She can see also, she can feel, she cannot see, but she can feel the earth elementals in the forest, the beings which are not seen to the humans because they're hiding. But since she talks, they can hear, and that's all that matters. It helps also the earth to change the vibration. There are a lot of humans that speak to light language now, and that is not without a purpose. It all has a meaning, even though it's only a message in the nature, to the dog, in the office, to the flower, to the plant, or to herself, or to anybody else.
Mm.
When she is speaking while walking on the street alone or meeting the people, it always has a meaning. All is vibration. The words are vibration. Doesn't mean that if you do not understand it consciously, it doesn't have a meaning. All has the meaning. Everything has the purpose and the meaning. So while she walks on the street and meets people who she doesn't know, just passing by, while slowly or quietly speaking the light language, it affects everybody passing by. Everybody. Not consciously. Over the time it will. So basically, it was not part of the mission. It does not have a purpose meaning put to her as part of the mission on the earth, if you will. Not that in that sense, but in the sense that she wanted to speak it, and she does. Now she did that, and she's just contributing in changing the earth, and it's all well.
Would you advise her to share this light language more with other human beings?
If she wants to, she can, but we would not really push that at this point.
Okay.
If we can use that kind of.
And I wanted to ask you a little bit about what you mentioned that it comes and from the heart and activates the heart. Could you talk a little bit more about that? Why the heart? What is the importance?
To live in love. Dear ones, to live in love. That's what you've forgotten. Because it's been pushed on you, if you will. That's what you've forgotten. But you will now live in love. There will come time to earth that humanity will be in peace and love and light. That time will come. So all is in the heart.
That's the gateway.
That's the gateway. That's the key. That's the answer to everything.
Yeah. I'm very glad that you bring this into the surface, because I'm doing a lot of heart work, and I'm very happy to hear this information. It's very important at this time on our planet, right?
Your heart is so big you cannot even imagine, Hara. Your heart is so big. So big. You do a wonderful job, dear one. It's lovely to see.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate this conversation we have and this sharing. So I want that we focus a little bit on Martina's heart, since we have touched upon this subject. Could you scan her heart center, and see if there is anything there that you could work on today?
There is a lot of sadness and pain.
How does it look like?
It's like a shadow. Shadow on the bottom side of the heart.
What is the effect that it has on her?
Not living a joyful life.
What is the origin of this trapped negative emotions? Where do they come from?
Loneliness. Feeling of loneliness. And when you come from that high state to this density, and when you lived in love because there was all that is, and you do not find it here, you have difficulties. You do. So that is the loneliness she feels from the very, very young child.
Yes, I understand. So does she need to carry this negative emotions in her heart?
No, we've been waiting for long that she asks us
to
get it away.
Okay, so would you like to release them now?
Yes.
Wonderful. Would you like to do it now?
Yes.
And while you do it, would you like to describe to us how are you doing this?
We are putting golden light into the heart. Golden light dissolves everything. In the golden light of love, there is no place for sadness, no place for sorrow. We are filling up her heart with golden light.
Wonderful. So she's allowing you to do this work right now?
Oh, yes.
Beautiful.
That's why we are here.
Beautiful. Is she receiving it well?
She was waiting for that also.
I get goosebumps.
Allow us to work on that a little longer.
Yes, please go ahead. This was very much needed, right?
Oh, yes. A long, long time. Vajan, would you mind if we look down the body?
If what, sorry?
If we look into the body furthermore, if there is anything, if we do a scan, if we would use your word?
Absolutely, and that would be my next question. So please go ahead and scan her whole body.
We're done, thank you.
Okay. So how is her the rest of her body?
All is good. She's being well taken care of. She's being protected.
I'm sure about that. Thank you very much. So is the you didn't find, I guess, anything else that needs to be released? Any other burden that is holding her back? Any other
Not really,
negative
no.
emotion? Okay, wonderful.
No.
And
It has been removed and cleared long ago. The heart is the final thing which remains. The most important part which remained is last.
So how is her heart now?
Shining, shining with golden light.
Beautiful. And what effects will that have in her life from now on?
She will find her light within herself. She will see the light within herself, which she was not able to see before. The light is the love. That's what she was craving and missing. You have it all in you once, all of you. You just do not see it. So she will start to see herself differently and feel about herself differently. She will understand what has happened. What will happen, as there is no past and future at all.
So this will also start growing more self-love, right?
Oh yes, it was very much needed, very much needed. That you do not see the God you are. You was.
So she will embrace herself again.
Yes, it will not happen right away.
Yeah.
It is a process, but it will happen.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so I would like to now talk a little bit about her mother in this life. What would you like to share with her regarding this connection?
All has happened as planned. For what she is, she picked up the family. It didn't turn out the same way as it's supposed to because you have a free will. But all is as it's supposed to be. The transition of her mother was just for her to start to remember.
Wow, a trigger.
Yes.
So that was planned to be so.
Planned. That's planned.
And it worked, right?
Well, it looks like it did.
But it from the human perspective for Martina, it was a bit of a shock to lose her so suddenly. Is that
yes.
Is that correct?
Very true. Very true. It was the most painful experience of her life, of her human life, the most painful one. And yet, when she looks back now, she knows it was meant to happen, and how she grew during the time. We are very proud to see what kind of progress she's done, even though we understand her loneliness because there is nobody to talk to in her surrounding. But she made a great, great journey, and we are happy to see that.
Yeah, she has done an amazing job.
You all do if you want to. You do too, Hara. You do too.
Mm-hmm. She talked about feelings of guilt, of not being there, not saying goodbye in the physical.
Yes, but it has happened later on
Mm.
during the dream. She was able to tell her how much he loved her. That was the releasing guilt moment. She has been calling for that for such a long time that her mother came that we call her because it was needed to get close.
So all the guilt has been released. This is not holding on to any of that guilt anymore.
No. Guilt is not a part. Still, after we've done the healing of the heart, she will not miss the love of her parents anymore.
Beautiful.
She will feel more complete because that's what you all are.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is there anything that her mother would like to share with her today?
She is.
So she's here?
She is here.
Wonderful. So may I speak to her for a little while?
Yes.
Okay. So welcome, beautiful soul. Thank you very much for coming for Martina today.
Oh, yes.
So please go ahead and share whatever it is that your heart desires and whatever it is that you would like to say to her.
She has been always loved. Always, always loved. And I know I didn't do a good job to tell her enough, even though when she asked me, I know that now. But she was so lost.
So are you close to her? Are you around her?
At this moment.
Mm.
I am not around her all the time because she doesn't need me.
Mm.
She has a wonderful protection and guides, so I don't need to be all around her. But I need to tell her how proud I am that her and her brother are so close to each other.
They are very connected. They have a wonderful relationship, right?
They are there for each other like no one before.
Mm. So it's a very precious relationship and gift one to another.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
And it is also part of his mission to hold her on earth.
Aha. Tell her a bit more about that. What do you mean?
She would be gone if she didn't have him.
Mm.
She wouldn't stay on earth if she didn't have him. She would be gone.
So what is it that he is able to give to her? So
He does need her more than she thinks. More than she thinks. There is nothing he wouldn't do for her without any condition, without any questioning. And that is also the other way around. There is nothing she would not do for him. That kind of connection is holding her back because she knows that he needs her too. And there is nobody, just two of them. So if he was not here, she would be already gone.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice for them? Anything you want to share?
No, it's not necessary.
Mm.
If they're going to stay in unconditional love as they are now, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Is there anything else that you wish to share with her today?
Not
Before?
even.
Okay.
Not even. I
Okay.
love you forever. That's all.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. So for being here, and we can let you go now. And I would like to ask again if we may reconnect with your higher self. Just take a deep breath in and allow the energy of the higher self to merge with you and to speak through you.
Right back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for orchestrating and allowing this connection. I think it was very good for her, wasn't it?
It was long overdue, we would say. It was very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to move on. She cannot hold on the old pains. Even though she doesn't she does not hold on it consciously, but she does hold within. She doesn't need it.
Yeah.
It's time to move on.
So I would like to bring now another subject into the surface regarding the incident that happened to her one night in December of 2018. She felt like she was being taken somewhere and then brought back. Where was she taken?
To the ship. We have shown her before.
Mm.
That's where she was.
And what was the reason?
Recalibration, change of her DNA. That was the reason. It was a trigger point at some sort of her to start to change her own vibration on its own and also start to get various experiences, such as from the council.
Mm.
Without the trigger, which we agreed to do, that would not be possible.
So how was she changed after that?
When your DNA is changing, your vibration is changing, your emotional state, if you will, is changing from the negative to more positive. That's always the starting point. Then you start to release judgmental behaviors, greeds, negativity, ego, fights. That all comes after that.
Mm.
It doesn't mean that all comes to the same procedure, or everybody goes under the same procedure. Everybody has a different agreements and different needs and different state of being and different galactic families. But for her, this was the trigger to start the other evolution.
So is she visiting the ship often during?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Mm.
We will come if it's necessary.
I see.
And they will come if it's necessary. But it's not necessary at this point.
Yeah, it's not necessary to go there physically, right? But she's connected to them, as they said. They are.
She is, yes, she is connected. And that trigger was also part of getting the connection more stronger. She is connected with them all the time. Even though she would like to have that kind of experiences again, because that gives her the feeling of unity, which she's not having. And that's what she's craving. But she also needs to understand that from our perspective is the human life alive as a wink of an eye. From your human perspective, it is very long. When she comes back and she will talk to the family again, she will realize herself what kind of short time it was in eternity.
And until that time comes, how can she ease the moments of loneliness that one feels from this separation?
That is a part of raising up awareness to really understand that you are never alone, because you never are alone. We understand, though, that from the human perspective, it is the difficult part of that existence.
Yes.
She will not feel that alone for much longer. She will meet someone who will be a match in the vibrational state and awareness state. What she doesn't know that the worst things, even the worst is not the right word to use.
The most challenging, I guess you want to say.
The most difficult, perhaps, would be the good expression.
Mm.
Parts of her life are behind her. The best is yet to come. And we need to tell her that when her times come to transition, she will not want to go.
So you will have acclimate good enough.
She will be in the awareness state to understand that this experience was a wonderful trip.
Mm.
For her now, it's something which she doesn't even what she cannot even imagine.
Yeah.
But when the time comes, she will feel that way.
Beautiful. Could you comment on the moment that I'm going back to the incident of her being taken on the ship? When she came back, there was a being that was with her in her room. Who was that?
That was one of the Arcturians.
Okay.
There are different races of each galactic family, different kinds and different races. So those who she saw on the ship were different. However, when you come to this third density, you need to change the shape. So this was part of her Arcturian family.
May I ask a question from me that she hasn't asked me, but perhaps it will be also beneficial for her. I don't know.
Oh yes.
Is there any chance that you brought her to me for this session because of my also Arcturian ancestral DNA?
You know, Hara, there are no coincidences.
Yes, I get goosebumps.
There are no coincidences.
Okay, so it was this frequency match that.
Yes, as well as the healing which you need to do, and you are so wonderful in doing.
Beautiful. Is there anything that you wish that she would, anything else that you wish that she would have asked today?
No, the most important things were done. The healing was the important part of this meeting today. Oh yes, and it was very needed.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So when she contacted me for this session, what did you hope that she would receive from the session the most?
That's what she received.
Okay.
To understand that she's not alone.
And how can she stay connected to you as she is now, so clear and so trustful, to receive this guidance in her day-to-day life?
Well, she listens to her intuition all the time, and we are happy to see that. What she needs to pay attention is to take better care of her body, not in terms of dieting. Her diet is very conscious into eating clean and not heavy, in terms of balancing the life from the work she has and spending more time in nature. We have told her that last time too. And there are times that she's doing well in this term, and there are times when she's busy in the work that she's not doing that well. And now is the time that she has not been doing that well. Even though we say it with love and we understand that she has been moving the countries and relocating, which is a difficult task on its own, and she's on everything alone in the human perspective. But now is the time when she needs to focus on that more.
Okay. Anything else? Is there anything else that you wish to share with her? Or any last message that you might have for her? Okay.
All is well, dear ones. All is well. We love you and we're happy that you took up this mission. You know all you need to know when you look within. You know all you need to know. We are with you all the time. We love you, dear ones.